Okay, you may have seen this one over the last few weeks, particularly just before Christmas, but Instagram has introduced new limits on hashtag use. Now, we do know that Instagram has noted many times before that hashtags are no longer as important as they once were for content discovery. In fact, I've certainly been at a few social media events where highly respectable speakers in the room, or even people that work for the social media platforms, have said hashtags just don't work anymore and are dead. We predicted the death of hashtags in 2025, so that was one of our big trends for last year. And I do think that they are, slowly petering out of people's usage in social media. So Instagram has actually said that they are now going to limit posts to just 5 hashtags. Now, most of us aren't really using even 5 hashtags at all, but that's interesting to see that they are sharing this advice to creators on their creators' profile. So, what does this mean in terms of your strategy? Well, I certainly think hashtags can still be useful if you are looking to categorize your content. So, particularly from a reporting point of view, if you wanted to categorize all of the posts that you have done around a certain event or a certain campaign, then it is a good way of grouping these together and also then reporting on the total reach or total engagement on those particular posts, particularly if you're using a social media listening tool. But if you are using hashtags more for reach and discovery, they just simply don't work. People don't search for hashtags anymore in the way that we used to. They just search for keywords. And if all of the words in your caption are searchable anyway, which is the case now across all social media platforms, then there's actually no point adding in a hashtag. I think actually hashtags can make your post sometimes look out of date because it is seen as a more traditional social media tactic as opposed to something that's more cutting edge. And I certainly would avoid using hashtags throughout your caption. If you are going to use them, tuck them in nicely at the end of your posts. Instagram has also said, as a final piece of advice, don't spam your caption with too many irrelevant or generic captions. For example, hashtag reels. This simply won't work at getting your content out to more people, and it could even cause the algorithm to downgrade your content as well.